Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of my Feed the Beast Let's Play. Last episodes we got into a little bit of Tinker's Construct. We got, our first, my first sword and my first pickaxe created. Yeah, so this episode what I'm thinking is we're going to go, try and get a little bit more sort of resources going. I mean, we still need to get a little bit of mining done so that we can get some machinery going. We'll be using thermal expansion as our sort of entry level stuff, like just sort of seeing what machinery we can make and start working on some power generation at some point. So let's just see what we can do for now. Just try and get up here, see if we can grab those ores without falling and breaking our faces, but let's see what happens. So as with any mining in this game, that's the basic challenge, is trying not to die. One would ask, is it that easy to die while mining? Somehow yes. Well, let's see. Let's grab this nice little bit of coal. It seemed to be doing quite well for coal actually at the moment. We've actually done quite well and found a relatively nice amount. Cool. So that's the coal. A bit of copper. Not in much, but it's something. It's a start. I noticed as well a couple of things from last episode. When I was talking about the ability to change my form, I noticed on the feed that I called it Mistcraft. It's not Mistcraft, it's Morph. The mod is called Morph, that basically lets you take the form of the things that you kill. Mistcraft is something we will be getting into later down the line. It basically allows you to create worlds, which is going to be really fun. We'll be able to specify some cool worlds and get some pretty unique builds on the go. But that's definitely something that we will be getting into a little bit down the line. One thing that I'll be doing as of sort of maybe this episode or next episode is I'll be cutting out a little bit of the mining. Obviously nobody wants to watch a video 20 minutes of a person mining, so I'll cut a little bit of that out. If people do want to watch that stuff, please feel free to comment and let me know, and I can start leaving that up. That's not a problem. It's getting really dark and we are not far, but a little bit away. We might get jumped on in a minute by a skeleton. Where is that skeleton? We could. There he is. Let's go stab it in the face. There we go. Now, there is a zombie, and there he is. Let's kill that thing as well. Try and get back. Say the bones from skeletons are going to come in handy. Let's just make a run for it. That's that. So if I was still in need of a farm, but we can get into that a little bit down the line. Let's go back into our mine, see what we can find. See if there's anything nice out here. Down here, sorry. I think one thing that I am going to do, and I think we're going to take it this direction. No, we're not, because of gravel, which is always a pain. This way. We're basically going to make a bit of a mining tunnel going straight down, sort of thing. See what we can find along the way. Hopefully we will find some nice bits and pieces. So basically we're after a nice bit of silver, a bit of gold, and some redstone if we can help it. It just basically gives a nice footing towards getting some nice machinery on the go. Let's plonk that there. Let's get rid of some of this dirt. Okay. Another thing that we will definitely be going into, which is going to be really fun, once we've got a little bit more resources on the go, and we've got, you know, a good source of like power supply, which shouldn't be too difficult to say. Once we get the gold that we're after and such, it should be pretty straightforward from there. We'll be able to set up what's called a quarry. Quarries are brilliant for anyone that doesn't know what a quarry is. It's more or less a block that mines a designated area for you and collects all the resources and stores them in a chest if you put a chest on top, or you can use some sort of piping that will, you know, move the items where you want them to be. And that's a really, really good way to get resources down the line. The only downside to it is it does use quite a bit of power, and you do obviously get a lot of the more basic resources of like gravel, cobblestone, sand, dirt, you know, and you do get quite a large amount of that, but that can be useful down the line. And the pickaxe broke. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good way to get your resources down the line. Now there is also in this mod pack, it's called an ender quarry, and basically what an ender quarry is, it does the same sort of thing as a regular quarry, but rather than digging the area out and leaving like a big hole there, it does it sort of column by column, and as it does it, it also replaces the block with dirt. You don't have to supply it with dirt, it just does it on its own, which is really good. You know, you don't end up left with giant holes everywhere. And obviously on top of that, I don't know why I put all that away, I'm going to need some of that. You know, you don't end up with giant holes everywhere. It's better, I find, for lag as well, because whenever you've got massive holes in your world, that's naturally going to cause lag, especially if there's any sort of liquids that are moving, you know, like lava or water. That can cause a few issues, and put a little bit of a strain on your computer. Let's top up my hunger really quick. Yeah, so like that can put quite a little bit of strain on your system. So using an ender quarry, all in all, is just awesome. It's very expensive to get there, but like one thing we will be doing is setting up quite a lot of automation in this Let's Play, which for anyone that doesn't know, obviously I'll be showing you sort of how to do it, sort of showing you the basics, and hopefully having lots of fun. So let's continue with this and try and get a little bit deeper down so we can start finding some good resources. I mean, at the moment we're only at level 63. Like, hopefully we should start getting some better resources soon. Slide that up. The pickaxe is about to break again. Found a nice little bit of copper there. That's that. I'm definitely looking forward to getting a better pickaxe. But we will be doing that very soon. We'll be getting a nice shiny new axe, which is going to be very useful. Oh, I see iron. Sounds like we may be near a big dungeon or something. Oh, there's a bat nearby as well. We could do with killing that. That's going to be useful for us. So a couple other little ores down here with me. We've got some more fire infused stone here. Just a quick refresh. That's for the Thorncraft mod. And here we've got some chimerite ore, which is from the Ars Magica. We'll definitely come back for that a little bit later on. We don't need it at this moment in time. It'll just take up space that's not necessary. But we will be using that down the line. You basically use that for certain spell creation, certain machines that you can make through Ars Magica. It has its uses. It's pretty good. So this pickaxe is almost broken, so we'll might as well stay here until that's gone, and then once it's destroyed, we'll take another trip upstairs. So one thing that could be useful we could do with finding a ravine. You tend to find some pretty nice ores in a ravine. Like you find quite a bit of. There you go, Certus quartz. That's what we're after. Now, when you mine Certus quartz, you have a chance to get Certus quartz and Certus quartz dust. The basic difference is, as it says on the tin, one is a stone sort of thing, and one is a dust. That time we only got the actual Certus quartz, we didn't get the dust. Now what we would like is to find 3 dust, because with 3 dust we can basically work towards getting the first sort of machine block that we're after. It's a bit of a manual one. It takes a little bit of patience, you know, to sort of get anything out of it, but it's definitely the right step. You know, the first step in the right direction. Basically, it's gonna get us out of the Stone Age, you know what I mean, of mining, and get us somewhere better. So let's take a quick run back up here. You gotta love that waypoint. Put the coal that we found, the Certus quartz, the fire shards, iron ore, and copper ore. So we're not doing too bad for ore at the moment. We're getting somewhere nice with it. Okay, so let's just clear this stuff out for the time being. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to cook up a little bit of this ore, Not too much, because we don't want to dig into that. Not until we can actually make it really worth it. So what I'm gonna do is get a little bit of coal. We'll cook up these 2 pieces of iron here, just to give us enough to make us an iron pickaxe, just to get us away from this horribly slow stone pick that we've got at the moment. I might as well cook up this raw food that we've got here, and get us a step in the right direction, make sure we've got plenty of food to keep us going. Awesome. Right, let's get a nice little iron pickaxe on the way. And we've got something nice there. So let's shoot back down here and see if we can't find anything nice. So might as well just grab that, because it's in our way. It sounds like there is a bit of a mining, not a mining thing, a bit of a cave down here, definitely, and quite a big open area it seems, because I can hear a lot of mobs around us. I'll grab this iron. I should use this for now. No sense using durability on his iron pickaxe just for stone. We might as well use the stone one. Aha! That's a nice one as well. This Project Red brings us in. It's ruby ore. You can use that stuff to basically make a pickaxe that's almost as good. Oh, I use the iron one to pick that up. Brilliant. You can use it to make a pickaxe that is almost the equivalent of a diamond pickaxe. The major difference is you can't mine obsidian with it. That's the only problem. Getting obsidian with it is certainly not doable, which is a shame. But it's fine. We will definitely get to a point where we can get obsidian anyway. That's going to be very, very necessary for us. But finding that ruby there was quite a blessing. We got quite a nice amount out of it as well, which means we can make some good tools, maybe even make a good weapon out of it if need be, at least until we get to a position where we can make some better stuff through Tinker's Construct. You see, the main thing that we're going to need before we can make some really good tools for Tinker's Construct is we're going to need to make a forge, and that's basically where you smelt down the materials. And like you can combine different materials to make a new material, and that's how you really start to make some good stuff. That's how you make some like really powerful ones as well. And speaking of which, here is one of the materials that we're going to need for that: aluminium. I broke the stone pickaxe. We'll be able to use that to make some of the good stuff. That's definitely going to be useful for us. Aha, we found some tin at last. And yeah, that's going to be nice. We're definitely going to have a look around there. This could be dangerous, but I am sure that it's fine. You know, without risk there can't be any reward. So let's just light this up. Do we see anything that looks like it wants to eat our faces? It doesn't seem that way. Right, let's light this. Oh, lapis lazuli. That's good. Bit of uranium ore there. That's from Industrial Craft 2. That's something else we'll be getting into further down the line. Let's grab this lapis. That's going to come in handy for us. Some more tin. And there's lava around, it seems, so we might have to be a little bit careful. Last thing we want to do is set ourselves on fire and lose all the stuff that we've just, you know, managed to mine. That'll be a bit of a pain in the backside. The worst part is it happens to all of us quite often. That's something else from Tinker's Constructs. That's an auberry bush. With those, they basically grow auberries, and you can combine auberries to make dust, and there's a creeper right there. And a skeleton. I think we will just sort of hover around here for a little while. Yeah, auberry bushes, you can grow them. They only grow in the dark, and they basically give you an auberry, and you can combine 9 of those auberries to basically gain dust, which you can then in turn use to get ingots. So that's another way, you know, for our generation, you can get some good stuff out of that. It's quite time consuming, but it is something that you can automate, which is, you know, it has its uses. It's not too bad. It's something that you can just sort of leave to its own devices, and especially down the line, you know, once you've got quite a lot of them going, it's a way to have a constant income of ore without having to do anything about it, you know, without having to actually do anything for it. It just sort of takes care of itself in a way. Obviously you have to pick them unless you set up a way to automate it, which, as I say, we will be doing down the line. Let's just fill those holes back in. There's no sense by mining that yet, but that's cinnabar ore. That's another thing from Thormcraft. Another thing, there is a mod installed that's it's called Whaler, as far as I'm aware, and it basically stands for what am I looking at. And that's what you can see in the top center of the screen. That basically, when I hover over an item, it tells me what it is, but also, what's that? I hear something. Huh. It not only tells us what it is, but it tells us what mod it's from as well. So it tells us if it's from, you know, vanilla Minecraft, or what sort of mod itself it's from. So you can see here it says uranium ore, Industrial Craft 2. Down here, lead ore, thermal expansion. So all in all, that is another very, very useful mod. We'll come back for that uranium ore. It's far too early for that stuff yet. I keep looking behind me. I keep thinking that I'm going to turn around and that creeper's just going to be there. Oh, along with that skeleton that I forgot about. Well, that's peridot ore. That's basically the same as the ruby ore. It does the same thing. Has the same sort of uses, just a different colour. I do quite like the green one. I prefer the red, personally. I do generally prefer rubies. There's also sapphires, the blue ones. Those are quite nice too, and that's not where we want to be just yet. That could have been a painful experience. Okay, now this is going to sound really bad, but what we want to do is try and free that creeper if we can help it. You see, if we can free that creeper, he's going to come this way, and then we can stab it in the face. Hoo hoo hoo! That was a little bit closer than I would have liked. That skeleton is far too aggressive. Okay, alright, that's that creeper dealt with. Ow. Okay. So let's gather these. Some nice tin ore, which is always nice. And a little bit more of that aluminium ore, that's going to come in handy down the line. Vitium ore, Vintium, there we go, Vintium ore. We'll definitely grab some of that in a bit as well. So let's take a run back up to the house. Well, I say the house. The hole that we live in for the moment. Best eat something before I start to die. Okay, now let's see. So we've got some aluminium ore there. We've got a nice bit of tin, bit of lead, nice bit of silver. We've definitely got a nice bit of iron now. So we're definitely in a nice place, you know, to start on some of the different things that we can make. But yeah, I think that's about it for this episode. So we'll come back next episode. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of mining off camera, just so that we can sort of get past this stone age and that you guys aren't having to watch me constantly mine. And yeah, next episode we're going to start looking into some of the mods. So yeah, I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Please comment, subscribe, and feel free to share. Thank you very much.